The movie Him, no cap, 10 out of 10 stars. Like, that is clearly the movie of the year. That movie is like probably have to be like the best movie I've seen in a long time. And don't get me wrong, like Sinners, when Sinners came out, oh my gosh, I was blown away by that movie. But Him, the symbolism, the rituals, the destiny swap, the jewels, all the hidden messages. I mean, if you're not awoke and really up there on a spiritual level, like you're gonna miss so many different things in this movie. But if you're woke, or if you're chosen, or if you are contemplating um, taking different paths in your life and you're stuck, this movie is going to open you up to some realness that you might not be ready for. You might not be ready for, and it has a lot of energy packed into this movie. Like when you watch the movie Him, you should be wearing some type of protection crystals. You should be wearing some black salt in your shoes, or just some form of protection. Pray over yourself, because in these movies there's a lot of symbolism and rituals. Sometimes there's like incantations and chanting and stuff like that. And what I do is, off the bat, I cover my ears. La 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 la. I don't consent. I don't consent. I don't consent. I don't consent. That's what I do, and it sounds crazy. It might look crazy, but literally, that's what you have to do. That's what you have to do, because you can't listen to those things, because it plants seeds into your subconscious mind, and you don't know what it's doing. Just even the symbolism you seeing that can plant seeds into your subconscious mind. So if you're not protected, if you don't know how to protect yourself spiritually, do not watch this movie. Also, if you're not into spoiler alerts, I also suggest you skip right past this video, because I'm getting ready to dig deep and go into this over the next couple of courses of videos. So stick around if you want to know about this movie, Him, because it is all of that and then some. So like, okay, in the beginning of the movie is basically like, the boy, he's watching his favorite football player on the Saints or whatever, and he's watching the football game. He's like, win, 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 or whatever. He's wanting the team, the Saints, to win, right? And so he's just staring at the TV, like, going into like a meditative state with his favorite player, just hoping that he lands his touchdown so that the Saints, can win. So the dad, the boy's dad, he realizes this, and he's like, he starts talking to the boy something about sacrifices. And so the boy ends up wanting to make his dad proud, because, basically his son kind of like the dad wanted to live through the son. So the dad was willing to pretty much sacrifice his son, or chose his son to be the sacrifice. But in the beginning of the movie, you see that his dad ends up dying, and up underneath his picture it says something about family sacrifice or something like that. Like I said, I only seen this one time, and I'm gonna have to go and see it again. But under the dad's picture it says sacrifice, so that stuck out to me. And so I'm like, he's talking to the boy about sacrifice, and then he dies, and then up underneath his picture says something about sacrifice. The mother is like this holier than thou prayer lady that goes to church and all this stuff, blah, 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 and everything. And she seems like a typical sweet mother or whatever, encouraging him. He has friends that's motivating him and encouraging his career and everything like that. And he goes from this young boy who has this dream of being a football player, to want to make his dad proud, to he ends up not making his dad proud in some type of way, and his dad ends up passing away. But that was kind of like a failed destiny swap between his dad and him, because his dad was supposed to sacrifice him, but he did not meet the sacrifice, so his father passed away instead. So moving along, moving right along, so he gets to the point where he's getting ready to be drafted. And at this point, he's like at his peak. And as he's getting ready to be drafted, he gets a phone call like, look, there's a deal on the table. And his friends are like, oh, I'm sorry, let me go back. That's why I said I'm going to have to just break this down over a couple of videos. Let me go back. He gets a head injury. And the head injury is like, right here in his head. and then it has like staples in it, and it's like kind of like in the shape of a football, which I know is weird. But he gets this head injury, and this head injury really, really messes him up really bad. And this head injury happens on the football field, where like this monster looking creature comes and hits him over the head, knocks him out, boom. And so he was told that, oh, you're not going to be able to play football, let his dad down, everything like that. And so his head was messed up, and he thought he was not going to be able to play football. But he was just determined. Like, he had the passion and the job for it. He was determined. He was like, no, I'm going to make my dad proud. No, I'm going to be a football player. I'm going to push past this. He didn't want his dream of being a football player to die. So even though his cognitive distance was really messed up from the head injury that he had, he decided to go ahead and push through. Now, when he gets the call about being drafted, he's very skeptical about taking this offer. He's thinking about it, because he has like a girlfriend or whatever. He has a loving family. He has some friends, just hyping him up and everything like that. But it's like he was skeptical. Like, he kind of doubted himself. Like, can I do this? Like, the head injury messed him up to the point where he was zoning out and stuff like that. So, um, he doubted himself. He takes the call, and then his friend's like, you better do it, do it, do it. Come on, bro, take it, take the deal, take the deal. And so, you know what? He was like, you know what? All right, we in there, we in the league. So he accepted the deal. So this is where it gets good. After he accepts this deal, he has to go through some type of training. And when he gets to the place where he has to begin this training, this initiation, he meets his idol, his childhood idol of the Saints, that was the head football player. And he meets him, and he's like in this room. And he's like a chief Indian sort of like guy or whatever. He made some sacrifice on the table. And then there's like this, a bunch of Indian stuff all around on the walls and stuff, and animal skins and animal heads and horns and stuff like that. A lot of symbolism and everything. And I mean, even on his way there was like, paparazzi, crazy looking people that were dressed up in all these weird costumes and stuff. And so things are just getting weirder and weirder about a moment at this point. So, like I said, he finally makes it there, and he realizes that, dang, I'm getting ready to be trained by my idol. Like, it was like his dream come true. He couldn't believe it. Like, this is the guy that he grew up watching on TV. And his dad kind of was like, whenever he was watching the guy on TV when he was a little kid, he was trying to pump it in his head, like, yeah, like, you're him, like getting the little boy to believe that he was his idol. And so he affirmed that to himself so much through watching an idol on TV, that he was him, that he ended up meeting his idol, and then they end up exchanging blood, and they end up in like a blood soul contract without the guy's knowledge. So that's how the movie starts off. Now come back.